Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Studio. I am here today with a brand new video for you guys. I'm going to be talking all about The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 6, Chapter 14, The Tragedy, and I'm joined by my dad, mduhzay.
Hey everybody.
So, before we get into it, so I wanted to ask you, what were your overall thoughts of this episode?
I loved it. It was amazing. I mean, it was sad, don't get me wrong, but it was amazing for so many reasons. How about you? What do you think?
I thought it was good. I thought that, last week's episode it was like a different tone. Like there were no stormtroopers in it. Ahsoka was in it, and the fight scenes I thought were pretty good. This episode we're kind of like back to like normal fight scenes by bringing the stormtroopers in, but I thought it was still good. I wouldn't say I liked it as best as last week's though, but I think it's still setting it up for something.
All right, cool.
Okay, so the episode, we are at episode 6, we have 2 more after this, but one of the things we talked about in our last podcast about is that we wanted Boba Fett to be back. He is in this episode, he's back to collect his armor, so what do you think about Boba Fett being back?
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, one of the coolest parts ever in The Mandalorian was to see Boba Fett's ship fly overhead while Mando and the child were there at the Seeing Stone. And that was like, I instantly recognized the ship, and it was just, it was just awesome just to see him there. He kicked butt. I mean, he was incredibly proficient with the weapons that he had, and he just wanted his armor back. So, What do you think of Boba Fett?
I liked that he was here. I thought it was a good time to do it because I wasn't exactly sure where this episode was going to go. So bringing him back I thought was good. And you said yourself that you didn't exactly know what would happen in this episode because they didn't exactly give us many hints, Like
Yeah.
in the episode previous to, we didn't know what to expect. Like the last episode, we knew that Ahsoka would be back. And the next episode, we knew that like Cara Dune would be back, So this episode, we didn't know that Boba Fett would be back, but he's back. But I thought it was a good portrayal to bring him in now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this episode was going to be a filler episode, to be honest with you. I did not expect it to move from last episode, which was incredibly significant, to this episode, which really, accelerated the story tremendously forward. I thought that would take place much more at the season finale.
So, what were you thinking? What do you mean it's like a filler episode? What were you thinking it would be
Oh,
about?
just like some of the first episodes, it just moved the story forward just a little bit. Like, instead of making it to the planet with the Jedi Temple and the Seeing Stone, they had one more pit stop to make or something. Just that what we saw in this week's episode would have been the season finale. So I didn't expect it to be so much action and so much story right after last week's episode, which was fantastic. So what did you expect? I mean, did you think
I don't know. Based on last week's episode, Ahsoka was back, and I think it ended off on like Ahsoka's now not here anymore. She got a mention, so I'm not sure if she will be back. But so Ahsoka's gone, and I didn't know exactly how they would move forward because there's 3 episodes left. It's almost like you're reaching a certain point in the story, that this could have been the season finale, 6 episodes, but there's still a couple more. I mean, it ended it off with like we would need at least 1 more episode, but I don't know. I don't think I didn't know what I was expecting. It could have been a filler because typically the episodes after a really big one are filler, but this was a change. So, and like I mentioned earlier, the stormtroopers are back and they're kind of like running around and they're being dumb,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who trains these guys, but they are the worst shot anyway. I don't know. There's like 100 stormtroopers in this episode who, eat dirt. They're just falling one after another, and all of the characters, Boba Fett and that other sidekick, I don't remember her name. They were nailing these stormtroopers. They're almost worthless. I'm not really sure why they can't hit anybody or anything. I don't know. That's a joke, I know, but it's kind of ridiculous.
So we did open the episode up with a cute Mandalorian, Mando and Grogu scene. We see them talking, and we have the ball, little ball, and I thought it was a good opening scene, and I think I like now that Baby Yoda has a name. I think that it'll solidify his character a little bit more. I think we're getting to that point where we're gonna get to see the main mission of Grogu coming alive. I think last week's episode brought that to like a turning point.
Yeah, I mean, you think
The real
about the very
mission.
end of the episode, Grogu, his powers are accelerated. I mean, he could use the Force big time. So obviously, his story is advancing. The Seeing Stone and whatever he connected with awakened in him those powers again that he once had back at the original Jedi Temple on Coruscant. And he hid those powers as a way to protect himself after he was hidden. And so I think that he's now going to be, moving forward as a Jedi.
Okay. So at the ending of it, Grogu gets taken. Moff Gideon's here.
That sucked.
So, yeah. So that's the ending of that episode. So next week we're probably going to get Mando saving Baby Yoda, even though I thought that would be like a season finale type of thing. So.
Well, I still think it could. I think what will happen is, and we saw it at the very tail end of the episode, when Mando was trying to recruit somebody from first season who was an escape. I don't remember the story. But Cara Dune, right? She seemed interested. So I really think next episode is going to be putting together the team, planning the rescue, and then the season finale will be the rescue. So I think they're going to go back and they're going to get all of the characters. At least I hope. Ahsoka, Ahsoka, and all these different characters that we've seen over these 2 seasons are going to come together as kind of almost a Suicide Squad on this mission to do the rescue. And so I think that's going to be really cool to see all of them back in action. So Boba Fett and that woman and yeah. Anyway,
So
that's
you
my
think
thought.
Ahsoka will be a next episode?
I do. I think at least there's going to be the attempt to recruit her to rescue Grogu.
Yeah, especially because she was such a big part of she even revealed his first name. So I think if she did not participate in that mission, it would feel a little weird. I mean, I don't know, but it's almost like the thing is that one comparison I made is that so the very beginning of Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka, and then they're taking care of R2D2. You see that Ahsoka's gentle towards R2D2, but Anakin's not. And now in The Mandalorian, it's not that Mando isn't gentle towards him, but Ahsoka was just different, and
Yes.
how she acted around him. I think that she just brings a calm presence, but then she can get violent when she need to, like the beginning of last episode. So I think that she shows many sides to her, and I think that they introduced that soft side for her to be recruited in the rescue mission.
I hope so. I hope that's my prediction for the 2 episodes is it's going to be a recruiting episode and then the rescue. But what do you think?
I would say so. I think that they have to. I think that we'll get next This episode was also really short. I thought this was 34 minutes. I think so. One of the shortest ones. We typically get about a 40-minute episode. So I think that next episode might be a shorter one like this one, but then the season finale will hopefully be at least an hour.
Yeah.
Around there. I think the season finale will probably be very action packed. So one last thing. You said that you think that this Mandalorian right now is better than some of the Star Wars movies. So.
Yes, I believe that the Mandalorian is better than the final 3 episodes. And I'm not the only one. I read a countdown today where somebody was ranking all the Disney era films and projects, and Mandalorian was number 1. And so I think that there's a lot of discussion as why does Mandalorian work where the most recent movies didn't. And so I think that there's a formula that they're connecting with, the space cowboy kind of space western kind of formula that really resonated with episodes 4, 5, and 6, the original 3. And so I think that hopefully as we move forward, there is more TV shows and movies like Mandalorian.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Anyways, so our reviews will be out next week, and the next week we might do a little like once the episode like episode 7 airs, we might do a thing where we talk about what we want to have happen in the season finale. But anyways, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up.
We didn't grade it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what your grade is. So go ahead.
A plus. What's yours?
It's an A+. Yeah.
Okay, very good. There you go. We did it.
I think it wasn't. I mean, last episode was an A++++, but this was a good solid A+. So, anyways, thanks then for watching, and bye.
Bye.